What if the worst day of your life became the beginning of everything? Welcome to Wreck, a heart-wrenching, beautifully honest novel from Catherine Newman, the beloved author of How to Be a Person, that will leave you breathless, broken, and ultimately uplifted. This isn't just a story about loss. It's a love letter to resilience, to family, to laughter in the face of sorrow, and to the quiet, ordinary moments that stitch us back together when we feel completely torn apart. Meet Ben, a man whose world shatters in an instant when his wife, Leah, dies suddenly in a car accident. One moment he's texting her about dinner. The next, he's standing in a hospital hallway, hearing words he can't process. "I'm so sorry. She didn't make it." Now, he's left with their two young children, a house full of memories, and a grief so heavy it threatens to drown him. But as devastating as this story is, Wreck is not a descent into darkness. It's a slow, tender climb toward light. One step, one breath, one terrible, beautiful day at a time. If you've ever lost someone you love, felt like you couldn't go on, or simply needed a reminder that healing is possible even when it doesn't feel like it, then Wreck is the audiobook for you. Get ready for tears, yes, but also laughter, warmth, and a love story that refuses to end. In Wreck, we follow Ben, an ordinary man living an ordinary life, until it isn't. He's a loving husband, a devoted father, and a guy who likes bad puns, grilled cheese sandwiches, and slow Sunday mornings. His marriage to Leah wasn't perfect, but it was real, deep, full of inside jokes, shared silences, and the kind of love that grows quietly, like ivy on a wall, and then, in a single, senseless moment, she's gone. Newman doesn't shy away from the brutal truth of grief. She doesn't romanticize it. Instead, she walks us through it, step by clumsy step. Ben stumbles through the early days like a ghost. He forgets how to eat. He cries in the cereal aisle. He lies awake at night, replaying every word they ever said, wondering if he told her enough times that he loved her. But he has two kids, Jack and Molly, who need him. And so, even when he wants to disappear, he gets up. He makes breakfast. He goes to school pickup. He tries. Newman writes with breathtaking honesty and emotional precision. Her prose is simple, yet profound, like a perfectly timed hug. There are no grand speeches or dramatic epiphanies, just the small, real things. A child's hand in his, a text from a friend saying, "I'm here," a song that brings both pain and comfort. And then there's the humor. Yes, humor. Because grief isn't all darkness. It's also absurdity. It's crying while trying to assemble a bunk bed. It's explaining death to a 5-year-old who asks, "Can mommy still see me if I jump really high?" It's laughing through tears, because sometimes that's the only way to survive. Ben's journey isn't linear. Some days he feels okay. Others, he breaks down over a pair of mismatched socks. He leans on friends, family, therapy, and slowly, painfully, begins to rebuild a life without Leah in it, but still shaped by her love. One of the most powerful threads in Wreck is the way Newman portrays memory. Leah isn't just gone, she's everywhere. In the way Jack laughs, in the recipe book stained with tomato sauce, in the playlist she made for road trips. Ben talks to her in his head. He wonders what she'd say, how she'd handle things. And in doing so, he keeps her alive. Not in fantasy, but in the ongoing story of their family. There's also a subtle, tender exploration of new beginnings. Ben isn't looking for love again. He's not ready, but life has a way of nudging you forward, whether you want it to or not. A kind neighbor, a shared laugh at a PTA meeting, a moment of connection that doesn't erase the past, but makes space for something new. Newman handles this with grace and sensitivity. There's no rush, no replacement, just the quiet possibility that love doesn't die. It evolves. The supporting cast is rich and real. Ben's best friend Liz, who shows up with casseroles and silence when needed. His mother, who tries to help but sometimes says the wrong thing. his sister, who grieves differently but deeply, and the kids, especially Molly, whose innocence and wisdom cut straight to the heart. This is not a fast-paced thriller or a steamy romance. It's a quiet masterpiece, a novel that unfolds like real life with all its messiness, beauty, and unexpected grace. The pacing is gentle, the tone intimate, and the emotional payoff immense. Whether you're listening on a long drive, during a late-night walk, or curled up under blankets, Rec demands your full attention and rewards it with tears, laughter, and lasting insight. By the time you reach the final chapter, you won't just remember the plot. You'll remember how it made you feel. You'll think of your own losses, your own loves, the people who shaped you. And you might just pick up the phone and say the words you've been saving for someday. Because Rec isn't just a book, it's a companion. A reminder that even in the wreckage there is hope, that love doesn't end with death, and that healing isn't about forgetting, it's about carrying forward. So, are you ready to feel everything? Press play, let the story unfold, and prepare to be changed. Rec. Available now. Don't miss this moving, unforgettable audiobook that proves even the most broken hearts can learn to beat again.